How to vote for Robert Irwin Witney Carson. How to vote Alix Earle Val Chmerkovskiy on DWTS tonight October 28, 25. Robert Irwin Witney Carson. We have Halloween night on Dancing with the Stars season 34 tonight, so we are going from a wicked good time last week to a spooky time tonight, especially for the couple that will be eliminated. You have to vote to keep your favorite DWTS couple safe tonight. So, how do you vote for Robert Irwin and Witney Carson on DWTS tonight? We break it down for you in our Dancing with the Stars spoilers below. When does Dancing with the Stars 2025 voting begin and end? Time is of the essence if you want your Dancing with the Stars votes to count. If you want to keep Robert Witney safe and in the running for another week, don't forget to abide by these rules. Voting will begin when DWTS 2025 launches at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The voting window will close after the night's last performance. The judges will provide their scores and comments after the night's last couple performs their Halloween dance, and voting will then end. Note that live voting is only valid during the broadcast in Eastern and Central time zones, per ABC. If you reside on the West Coast, your votes will not be counted toward the final results. If you plan to watch Dancing with the Stars live with us tonight, be sure to take out your laptop or phone and cast your vote as you take in the performances. How can I cast my votes for Robert Witney on Dancing with the Stars? Now that you know when to vote, you might be wondering how to support Robert Witney. The following are the two options. Online voting. To cast your ballot online, visit dwtsvote.abc.com and log in using your ABC credentials. It just takes a few minutes to create an ABC account if you don't already have one. After logging in, select Robert Witney and click Save Votes. You're finished. 2. Voting via text. Voters can cast their ballots by text only in the United States and its territories. Simply text Robert to 21523 to cast your ballot. Standard texting rates apply. How many votes are allowed? You know when and how to vote for them tonight. So, how many times can you vote for Robert and Witney on Dancing with the Stars season 34 tonight? For each couple, you can vote 10 times online and 10 times via text. This means you can cast up to 20 votes for Robert Witney tonight if you apply both strategies. Just make sure to do it after the East Coast live show starts and before the voting window closes. Will you be voting for Robert and Witney on Dancing with the Stars 2025 tonight? How to vote for Alix Earle Val Chmerkovskiy on DWTS tonight, October 28, 25. The theme is Halloween as the battle in the ballroom continues to heat up. Despite breaking down in tears after a rough rehearsal this week, the TikTok queen is hanging in there. Tonight is week 7, and 9 couples remain. They include Alix Earle Val Chmerkovskiy, Robert Irwin Witney Carson, Jordan Childs Ezra Sosa, Danielle Fishel Pasha Pashkov, Elaine Hendricks Alan Burson, Andy Richter Emma Slater, Jen Affleck Jan Ravnik, Whitney Levitt Mark Ballas, Dylan Efron Daniela Kerrigan. Alix Val fans, how can you make sure your votes get in? Read on for DWTS voting instructions. In the meantime, here's a look back at Alix Val's wicked performance from last week in case you missed it. Dog cutely tries to avoid going to bed. How to vote by text for DWTS contestants. The fastest and simplest way to cast your votes is to do so by text. Voting opens right at 8 o'clock when the show begins, and you can vote by text up to 10 times. All you have to do is take out your cell phone and text Alix to 21523. Remember that standard text messaging rates apply. Dancing with the Stars. How to vote online. If you don't want to send in your vote by text, you can vote online. Go to the ABC website at dwtsvote.abc.com. You are required to create an account before you can vote, but it only takes a few moments. After you've logged in, select Alix Val and click Save Votes.